Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2011, and I've found a new and very probable. You probably knew this way anyway, but it's a different way of gaining funds. Now, I've been on doing some Google searches and going on Football Manager forums, etc. It seems in Football Manager 2011 it's become extremely difficult to sell players. I find many threads on many forums saying I find that they're finding it very difficult to shift players, to sell players. It's very difficult to make a profit on these players, or just generally sort of raise the funds for transfers. So it's fair enough to buy players, but it's even offering players you can't do. I've tried offering players. I tried. Admittedly, I wasn't too bothered in selling them, but I tried to offer Lucas to Bayern Munich, who were interested in him, and I've had no response from them. So that sort of goes to that, and obviously you've got players who I do want to leave. They had no interest, or clubs had no interest in buying them. So that's absolutely no clubs at all. So what I'm forced to do, however, if you know what you're doing, you can still raise transfer funds. And what I've done is I've mutually terminated the contracts of Sotirios Kyrgios because he was taking up far too much the wages. I'll get onto it in a moment. The key is the wages. I've released 4 players. I've released Kyrgios because he was ineligible. You may have noticed I've never played him. He's too old, in my opinion, now. And I've got too many central defenders. And to be honest, he's just dead weight. Same goes for Milan Jovanovic. He was on a lot of money, actually. Alberto Aquilani, huge. Finally get rid of him. He was on huge wages, not to mention he was really dragging the team down. And also Paul Konchesky. I thought he was on pretty good wages as well, so I got rid of him. Then what you do is let's just go through some of them. Just get rid of some of this news. Go through that pre-match meeting in a moment. I'll talk to you about the whole game in a moment. And there it is, Robbie Fowler telling us about stuff there. But if we go to the boardroom then, and I edit the budget. Now you may see, originally with them 4 players there, the wage budget, or the club was currently spending £6.5 million. Sorry, it wasn't. It was £6 million. Just over, like 6.1 million. My wage budget was then 6 million. That's why we went into a bit of a loss, but I thought it was worth it. And obviously that the transfer budget then was affected by that. But now what I'm able to do is I'm able to put the budget out a bit. So now the wage budget, although it's only £3,000 over, I now have a transfer budget of £9 million, nearly 10, in fact. And obviously, it's obviously a good sign when obviously the boards are very happy for you to make any adjustments. If you go, as long as you don't go over by hundreds of thousands of pounds, I personally see stuff like that, £3,000 over your wage budget. Honestly, it's not going to make the slightest bit of bloody difference. So if I confirm that, I now have a transfer budget of £10 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. Obviously it'll probably be in the next video now, since obviously it'll be a bit easier. I'm also going to have a bit of a gap, obviously with the whole game being there. Obviously I've got plenty of time still to sign players, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fast forward to this whole game, and I'm going to discuss some of the transfers you guys have given me, and who I think I will go ahead and sign. Now bear in mind, this is of Monday the 13th of June. I had to check I consult with my iPod there. It's of Monday the 13th of June, so this is afternoon. So if you have suggested any players after that, then I may not have seen them. Well, I will have seen them, but I may not talk about them or put them into account or whatever. I'm also discussing, just to point out, there are a few other players who I would get rid of, but Stephen Darby here doesn't want to leave the club, plus he's also on loan at Walsall. Other players I would never recommend doing this. Philip Dagan, he's another one I'd get rid of, but he doesn't want to leave the club. If it says General Happiness doesn't want to leave the club, don't offer them the mutual termination, because it'll make things worse. It really will. That's obviously the fact that they're unhappy. Obviously there's younger lads here, obviously, that I'm given a chance to eventually. There's players I've got on loan, but that's killed a lot of dead weight, and hopefully now should improve the morale, and of course it's improved the finances as well. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go fast forward to this whole game, and I'll see you for that in a couple of minutes. And welcome back, everybody. So this is the whole game here at the Circle. Now since recording the last video, I think it was the Chelsea video, I've actually done a little bit of research on why the circle is known as Hull's ground on this game. Apparently, the circle was a cricket ground in Hull. It ran from 1899, I think, to like 1972, and it was demolished in 2001 and actually became part of what is now the KC Stadium, Hull's normal ground. But apparently, and I have no idea why this pertains to with Hull's ground being called the Circle on this game, but the postal address of the KC Stadium is still the Circle, Smithdown Road, Hull, or wherever I don't know, Smithdown. I don't know why that's the first road that just popped into my head. That's not my address, by the way. Trust me, I don't live that far into the city centre. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I don't live anywhere near the city centre. What am I talking about? Games here. The league, Arsenal drew with Burnley all the way down there. They got a late equaliser in the 84th minute. I think McDonald scored in the 84th minute and got a 2-2 draw with Burnley. With Arsenal. And the only downside was Man United beat Birmingham. They were bottom, which isn't good for them. And Sunderland also lost. They lost, I think, 1-0, I think, or something to Tottenham. So Sunderland maybe are slowly falling down the table, but you never know with them. You know, they've got a chance still. But anyway, yeah. The team here, we have Torres and Carroll up front. I can't remember why. I took someone out. Oh yeah, Salomon Kalou. He's gone to the African Cup of Nations. That's nothing I can do about that. He's gone. He played for the Ivory Coast, in fact, just a few hours ago from this match. Gerrard is tired. His condition was less than 90, so I've given him a rest with Morelos and Adam in the middle. Kaut and Cole. Cole getting in the place of Kalou, and normal back four again with Wilson, Aga, Carragher, Digne. Eden Hazard was also low condition, so I decided to rest him. They have this dude who you may remember, Juan Pablo Angel, 36 now, but he was, of course, the striker from Villa. They'll still have Jimmy Bullard. Seamus Coleman, I've talked about him before. He worked wonders for me on my Cardiff game. He was absolutely amazing. I think he probably would have been my choice for player of the season in my first season at Cardiff. My other save. He was fantastic. He was an absolute key player in my quest for promotion from the Championship. He was fantastic, and for some reason he's playing in midfield, but you know, whatever the manager does, he does. And we're going to wish we're going to tell the players they can win, because it's an away game. I'll put a bit more faith in them. As you can see, the conditions are still okay. I mean, Torres is 92, but I might take him off if we can have a good game. Digne's 91, Cout's 92, not bad at all. You know, it could be better, but could be worse. Steven Gerrard's on the bench. As you can see, he's on 87%. So we'll see how we do today. Now, I was talking about transfers just a minute ago. And what I'm going to do now, if the frame rate drops, I'm just going to shut up about it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Shit happens. Deal with it. I can't fix it, okay? I'm just going to grin and bear it, and seems you guys are going to have to as well, because there's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, that's the last of that. Transfers. What I'm going to do is to say this is of Monday the 13th of June. So what I'm going to be doing is, after this game, I'm going to go to the video. I'm going to make some notes. I'm going to note down which players to sign. Kaut at the back post, and yet again, I'll get to that in a moment. Kaut, yet again, I don't know how many times he's done this now, but Dirk Kuyt has got to that back post and nodded the ball across. He's floated the cross in, and he's nodded it in. Now, I don't know if that's because that's what Kout's good at or what this team's good at. That's it. It seems it's almost overpowered. Now, if you have players like that, like Torres, like Kout or whatever, not too many teams do, I know, floating the ball across the goal like that to the back post, it seems to work every single time. No one's with him. Goalkeeper's distracted by Torres. Boys can't keep up with Kaut, which is amazing because Kaut is slow as hell. And yeah, that's unbelievable. Really, to be honest, how many goals Kaut scored from that angle? Oh, and Morelos had bank on him scoring from there. But yeah, transfer. So what I'm going to do is after this video, I'm going to jot some notes down. I'm going to see who is a common theme, who the common players are, and I'm going to try and spend that 9.9 million on some players. Mostly will be defenders. As I say, it might all just be a defender. I might sound like a cheaper striker. I don't know. We'll see. Morelos has to make it too. Oh, he's hit it into the bar. Unbelievable. Can you believe that? Pretty much looked like a certain goal, and Morelos has just pinged it into the bar. Oh, that's disappointing. I was expecting him. Every time I bring him into the team, he does well. And Paul McShin gives away a free kick. on Joe Cole, who seems to have the better of him pretty much every time. As you can see, look, they're playing very well. Fernando Torres just going through them like a knife through butter. That's 2-0. And, well, 25 yards, was it really? Well, Anthony got, well, that was a bit odd. I'm going to say, it does look like our run is going to continue yet again. We really do just, in the Premier League, we really have this knack of just never losing. I know that sounds bizarre, but we never lose. I mean, look at the, just absolute knife through butter. The goalkeeper was way off his line, so he can't really, probably could maybe blame him for that. But, yeah, see, we're absolutely dominating them here. But if they get a goal here from this free kick, which don't count it against us, and, oh, look who it is. It's Seamus Coleman. And it's just, oh my god. Oh god, good god almighty, there's so much going on. Okay, so Seamus Coleman scores his first goal for Hull, and you don't want to see that. And yeah, they're back in it. I thought this was going to be a stroll in the park, but no, as per usual, we need to tighten up at the back, and I think it seems to be set pieces. Don't drop your performance. Let's see, the players' conditions seem okay. Torres seems fine, Coutts good. Aga's not having the best game. I love how Gary McCall said you should drop Fernando Torres for poor form. I'm sorry, but Gary McCall doesn't know what he's talking about sometimes. He really doesn't. I think it's actually, I've noticed it lags when I move my mouse. I've stopped moving and it's okay now, but I move it and it lags. That's interesting. But anyway, but yeah, transfers, again, I keep going back to it. I'm just trying to think what else I haven't said. Oh dear, Carragher's just been sold. And Jay Simpson's in. Where's Reina going? Oh wow, and Reina pushes it towards Digne, who panics a bit and puts it out for throw. Maybe he could have used a bit more composure, but bear in mind, he is only like 18 still. Don't expect him to have a ton of composure exactly. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing, to be fair to him. Let's have a look, make some subs. I'm trying to think of anything else I haven't said for transfers. Well, I guess of course a thank you. I think a thank you would be suitable. Yeah, I'm gonna take Joe Cole off. Thanks for all the feedback again. You know, it got once again gone into the most discussed list, which I'm very very happy about, and I appreciate all the feedback I get. Even though you know some of those who did suggest did it, I completely ignore my. Oh, someone's going off there. Someone's completely ignored my request of saying, "Can I just have defenders?" And then someone's like replied, "Here's 3 strikers." You know, they've given me like 3 strikers. I appreciate the feedback, of course. I appreciate any feedback I get, but that was not what I'm after, with all respect. But no, you know, we got some good defenders, and a lot of people seem to be in support of the Naldo shout. So I'm probably going to keep with him. I'll put a bid in for him, but also there's a few other players I saw there. Hummels is another one. He was the standout, certainly a standout one for me. There were other players as well I had a quick look at last night. I've forgotten though most of them from the German league. But yeah, I've forgotten most of them, annoyingly. But I will definitely be writing some names down, and I will definitely tell you some of them in the next video. So I apologize for my crap memory, but I was looking at some last night, and I was gonna note them down, but I thought I'll do it after the whole game now since it's so close. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that in a minute. And if we can get a 3rd goal here now, that really would kill it off. We've been knocking on the door, but we've never really done much. I think Maxi, a few people are saying get rid of Maxi. I was a bit hesitant to do that, but on the basis of what I'm seeing now, I know it's only one thing, but he's done that a few times this season now, and it gets quite annoying, you know, when he just gets dispossessed and players wouldn't. Other players wouldn't. Oh, Carroll. Oh, Torres was running the other way. I think if Torres ran towards the goal and not away, he would have got really, he was pretty much in there. But he ran away from the goal. And if we need to get a 3rd now from this corner, we really do. I thought, you know the way the bollards were just on top of the goalkeeper, and I thought for a split second he was on top of the goal. I thought he was in goal then for a second. I'm going to make another sub once this highlight reel's over. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's weird when I move the mouse. Yeah, I've just only noticed that. And Torres, I have absolutely no idea. I think that may have been a cross. I'll protect his dignity and say that was not a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna go more down. I'm gonna take Carroll off for Balotelli, because we need to be attacking. No, I mean not necessarily more attacking. I mean, so you can see some of the players were going towards the corner flag, but you know, I think assurance in terms of that sense. I'd have a bit of attacking assurance, such as Balotelli. People were saying get rid of Balotelli. No, I've just bought him. No, we seem to okay. Apart from in general open play, they can't seem to get the ball anywhere near Reina. Really, that this surely will finish it. There is super sub Balotelli. I told you that'd be good. More assurance, more assurance up front, and that certainly finished the game off now. Balotelli super sub. Players absolutely just look at the space both strikers had. And Coleman nearly kept with them, but Balotelli, big long legs of his, stuck them out. And that's 3-1. Maybe we can add a fourth before the game's over. Provided obviously hold on, get another one on the counter attack or something. But this is good passing movement so far. Balotelli out over the top. So hopefully now I don't think the game will overstretch this too far. Shouldn't do, because the game is over. Yep, there we go. Fernando Torres in a class return today against Hull defenders who really were just absolutely nowhere near his standard. And as you can see now, 7 points is the gap over Arsenal. We both scored 50 goals. I'd also like to point out Dirk Kuyt's goal, the first goal we scored, was in fact my 200th goal. The 200th goal for Liverpool. Not too sure whether that was just overall or in competitive games, but it was indeed 200 goals. Torres there. He's recently signed a new deal. I don't know if you saw that. I don't remember if I pointed it out, but he signed a new deal. So he ain't getting sold anytime soon. Put it that way. And that's 3 straight wins, and we're doing pretty well. 50 goals with 20 conceded. That's not bad at all. That's unbeaten to games of 21. Damn. Now then, we may be unbeaten in the league, but there is one competition where we have been beaten this season, but amazing, we're still in it, of course. I could bloody lose in the League Cup and still be in it. It's, of course, the semi-final second leg against Wigan. Of course, you may remember one of the worst games I think I've ever seen on this whole series. Not just the second series, but including the first series. One of the worst games I've ever had as Liverpool manager was against Wigan at the DW Stadium. Where we went down 2-1. We need to rectify that. Although we do have an away goal, I'm not too sure. We'll just double check. If I go to the fixtures, I'll just double check it. Oh, hang on. Away goals used. Yeah, away goals do count then. So we do have the away goal, and hopefully that can lead us in good stead for the game. So I hope you enjoyed this whole game today. Another pretty decent game for us. And we're 7 points ahead of Arsenal now in the league, and 12 points ahead of United. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you for the Wigan game. I'm going to make some transfer notes, and I'll get back to you on them as well before the Wigan game. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.